Well, Coach, we want to wish you the best of luck this weekend. You're going to go on the road to play Colorado Christian University, so taking on the Cougars. And then you're going all the way down to New Mexico to take on Highlands. So that's Friday and Sunday this weekend. So we definitely wish you all the best of luck. And 4 more games on the road before we hope to see you back here at Mountain Lion Stadium for that playoff game. We're looking towards the playoff. Martin and I are looking at the playoff picture, and we're saying we're going to host a game. We're feeling it.
I will continue to look at this weekend, but you guys are more than welcome to speculate and be ahead of us. That's fine. As long as I can keep the girls on my page, then we should be good to go. So
everybody wins. That's fantastic. Well, Coach, we really appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to come in and talk to us here on the Lions Den and let all the listening Lions in on those tips of leading the team to the best season in program history. That's phenomenal. You've done an amazing job. I've been around since you came and started doing it, and I just got to say I've seen the progress every year, and it is very exciting. So congratulations. I know you got a lot of work to do still this season, but congratulations on all the success so far. You've done an amazing job, and I thank you. As a student here, thank you for making my job so much more enjoyable by leading the team to such a great season. So,
well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you for stopping by, and before we let you go, can you go ahead and let all of our listening Lions in on who they're listening to right now and who you are?
I am Nicole Ridenauer, the head women's soccer coach at UCCS, and you're tuned into the Lions Den, the official UCCS sports.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, yo. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go.
Is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames, and I heard him wreck it with the...
Yes, this is Pam Shockley-Zalabak, the Chancellor at UCCS. You're listening to the Lions Den, the official web radio source of UCCS.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again. You are tuned into the Lions Den, the official source for UCCS sports. That was the Chancellor, Pamela Shockley-Zalabak, giving us a shout out there as Martin met with her during the march. And big sports fan, the Chancellor is, and we're still hoping to get the Chancellor on the show at some point.
And
but
she's in Poland right now.
In Poland? Well, it's going to be hard for her to be on the show if she's in Poland doing Polish things.
Yeah, maybe we can get a remote from Poland.
Oh yeah? Cool. Right now?
You know what? We should have thought of this. We should have given her a UCCS radio T-shirt to wear in Poland so she can advertise the show in Poland.
You know what, Martin? You mentioned the UCCS radio T-shirt. And,
yes.
Well...
yes. We had a contest.
We did. Did we not?
That's right.
We did have a contest. Last week was our first ever contest for our listening Lions out there in the world listening on the web. And so we asked you to leave a comment on our Facebook page, and some of you did. Not all of you did, but some of you did. And those of you who did are qualified to win the UCCS radio T-shirt. And right now, Martin, I think is a great time to go ahead and announce the winner. So the way it works is the number that you commented on the Facebook, so the very first person to comment will be number one, and so forth. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll a die, and whatever number comes up will reflect who wins. So Martin, are you ready?
I am ready.
I'm going to roll the die. I got this app on my phone. It's really cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, your phone does everything.
Yes.
At least my phone does, because I got an iPhone.
All right.
So I got this app that's a dice roller. So right now I'm going to roll the dice at random. Whoever's number gets drawn is going to win the very first Listening Lion contest.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Martin, could I possibly get a drum roll or something of that extent? That would be fantastic.
Yeah. I don't know if that's coming across very well.
I can hear it. And the lucky number is... Drum roll. Drum roll. Number 4.
4.
4. Who's number 4?
4. That would be
Tomas A. Contreras. Has won a t-shirt here on the Lions Den. He's going to get an I Heart UCCS Radio t-shirt. Tomas A. Contreras.
Yes, he's
you have won a shirt.
On his couch
he is. He's so excited right now. He's beside himself for this t-shirt. I'll tell you what. This t-shirt's going to make it all around the world.
Yes.
I mean, everybody at some point is going to be having one of these I Heart Radio t-shirts.
I feel like Oprah right now. You get a shirt.
You get a shirt. You get a shirt. You know who did get a shirt? I told you the story last week, but Jenna Gist and Ashley Hooper got a shirt, and I saw Ashley Hooper wearing her I Heart UCCS Radio shirt in the library 2 weeks ago. It was... You know, it warmed my heart.
Yes.
It really did.
Yes.
And so next week we're hoping to see Tomas A. Contreras wearing the shirt all around because he has won. So Tomas, what you need to do, my friend, is get on the Facebook, the same one that you wrote the initial comment on, and you got to give us the size number. So that way we know what size t-shirt we need to get you. So if you do that, we're going to get you a shirt. And all you other listening Lions out there who are heartbroken that you haven't won a shirt yet, don't be so sad, because here's another opportunity. Right now, we're going to give you a chance to win another UCCS iHeartRadio shirt. So next week, we're going to announce the winner once again. So what I want, I've been giving Martin a nickname every week. Yes. A new nickname.
Yes.
So what I want is I want to know from our listening Lions, what's your favorite nickname of Martin? Or what's a new idea for me to nickname Martin? And that's going to be how you register to win your t-shirt for next week.
Just remember, this is a family program.
That's right. This is a family-oriented program, ladies and gentlemen, and Martin the Hothead Hines is already kind of on edge. Yeah. So let's not frustrate him or get him too upset. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want your chance to win a t-shirt, go on the Facebook. That's the Lions Den UCCS. And first you got to like us on there. You got to follow us, stalk us, do all these fun things, and then leave us a comment, and you're automatically qualified to win the shirt.
So they've got to come up with a new name for me at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's do it.
You know, because I've been doing a really good job of coming up with one every week, but there's only so many H's that I can identify.
You're running out of room on the dictionary?
I need some help. I mean, this mind is a walking thesaurus, but at the same time, there's only so many words that start with H.
Okay.
So, that's what I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, I need your help. So help me out, win yourself a shirt, and help out the show at the same time. It's a win-win, right?
Yep.
Right. Okay. Well, now that we got that taken care of, we got a lot of other business to take care of. We got 20 minutes left in the program, and we have every sport to cover except for women's soccer. But women's soccer is doing so great, we had to give them as much attention as we did. Because they are doing absolutely phenomenal right now on the season, as head coach Nicole Ridenauer talked about. Right now, they're 11-2-1 overall, 7-2-1 in the RMAC, and they've only lost one game out of 11 here at home. So that's pretty impressive. They're currently tied for first in the RMAC. But we got other business to take care of, and right now one of those things has got to be men's soccer, Martin, because they're doing really well right now too. Currently 6-5 overall, 6-4-1 in the RMAC, 4th in the RMAC conference, and 12 yellow cards this weekend. Just this weekend alone. You talk about a physical team. They are an unbelievable physical team, Martin.
What? They're a bunch of soccer hooligans. They are soccer hooligans.
They are hooligans, Mark.
Yeah. Well, I was there.
But they're winning.
Yeah, I was there for I was at the field for the women's game, and I had to take care of some business, so I didn't catch the men's game. But after talking with you, all hell broke out. at that game.
Yeah, Martin.
Crazy.
I gotta tell you. Okay, well, first of all, the Mountain Lions took on last Tuesday, a week ago. We identified the Mountain Lions playing that evening against CSU Pueblo. They tied
Steel and
Silver Series matchup. They tied that game 0-0 in double overtime. It was a rough game. The offense on both teams couldn't get it into the goal. I mean, it was a tough offensive game. Defensively, it was back and forth, but a tie, a 0-0 tie,
nil.
0-0. Love all, love all. And then the Mountain Lions were back in action on Friday as they took on Adams State. In that game, James Roberts scores his first goal of his career. And then he also scores his second goal of his career in that game alone. And in that game, Brendan Von Pachte also scored a goal, and so did Austin Bell. Austin Bell scored his first goal too. And the Mountain Lions went on to win 4-0. And then we come to the game, Martin, that you were talking about, which was on Sunday. This was the most physical soccer match I have ever witnessed in my life.
These teams don't like each other.
I got the sense there was a little bit of bad blood here, Martin.
Well, Fort Lewis was pretty upset because UCCS.
We beat them. We beat them down there in Fort Lewis.
Yep.
Yeah, and we beat them 3-2 a little over a month ago. And Fort Lewis, they're a two-time national champion within the last 5 years, so they're accustomed to winning. And when they lose to a team like UCCS, who's not typically known for winning, I think that sense of entitlement got the better of them, and they came down with vengeance, Martin. They were ready, and that I'm not joking. That was the most physical game I've ever seen. In that match alone, Martin, there were 2 ejections. That game started 11-on-11 and finished 10-on-10, which I've never seen that.
And the goalie for their
goalie got ejected.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
That's a little crazy.
That's surprising to say the least. But it was completely warranted. I mean, he made an illegal move. He stepped out of the box and scooped up the ball right when the Mountain Lions had a golden opportunity to send one in and change the momentum of the game. So it was completely justified. But wow, 2 ejections.
That's nuts. I mean, the red cards, yellow cards.
Well, there was 9 yellow cards.
If you get a red card, you're out.
You're ejected.
You're out for the next game.
Right. So that very well could hurt Fort Lewis, and Fort Lewis right now is 1 spot behind the Mountain Lions in the RMAC standings, and so their next game is going to be very important to try to stick with the Mountain Lions, and they're not going to have their starting goalie. For the Mountain Lions, we had quite a few cards ourselves. Max Thomas got 2 yellow cards that game, which got him ejected, but since it was 2 yellows instead of a red, he still gets to play next game. So really good for the Mountain Lions.
Very fortunate.
But yeah, 7 yellow cards just for UCCS at that game alone. 12 on the weekend. Mountain Lions are number 1 in yellow cards on the season.
That's right. We're number 1.
We're number 1. We're number 1.
And yellow cards.
And yellow card. But you know what? That does send a message because it tells everybody else that, hey, when you play UCCS, you better be on your game because we're coming to knock you out.
Yeah.
I mean, we're playing very physical ball right now, and that's not a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen. That's a good thing because the Mountain Lions ferociously are after each and every ball.
And that's not saying that UCCS is a dirty team.
No, not by any means.
They play hard.
They play hard and they go to the ball every time and they want to win every single possession. And this weekend you saw that. It was a very physical game. The coach for Fort Lewis also got a yellow card. It was unbelievable, Martin. I can't tell you how crazy that the game was. But it was a lot of fun to be a part of all that. And
after that tough loss, I mean, because I think it was a little bit of a tough loss. I think the team knew that they were going to have a fight ahead of them, but they've got some winnable games ahead of them.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's
they got the next 3 on the road.
At least the next one.
Well, the next game, they're also playing Colorado Christian, as do the women. But the men's side of things for Colorado Christian, they're 0-10. And so the Mountain Lions got a good game that they can go and beat Colorado Christian this Friday. And that's the only game that the men will have this weekend. They'll get Sunday off. And then the following weekend, they'll conclude their regular season season. They'll conclude the regular season. Yeah. They'll conclude the regular season matches as they take on Colorado Mines and Metro State. And once again, those are the teams right now that the Mountain Lions are also competing with on the men's side for seeding.
Yeah.
So the last weekend for soccer is going to be extremely important for both the men and the women as far as seeding and where we're going to stand in the RMAC playoffs. So a big weekend this weekend, and then again next weekend to conclude the regular season for the soccer.
Yep.
And that's, I mean, Martin.
And I think we'll be able to get a quote, or we'll sit down and talk a little bit with Coach Johnny Keane before those games and see where the team's mentality is. And
you think so?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we'll kind of let him regroup this weekend, and then we'll sit down with Coach Johnny Keane, and I'm sure he'll want to rebound and focus on the last 2 games and get them squared away. Colorado Mines is right now 6-2-2. And that's going to be obviously a very tough game. But then you've got Metro State at 5-5, and I think trying to position themselves for the RMAC tournament is going to be very important. So the next 3 games, just like the women's team, are crucial to where they're seated and whether they have a game here. Probably not likely, but they might have an easier road in the RMAC tournament, which, if they do well, and that's a fresh start. You can do well in the RMAC tournament. If they win it, then they're on MAC Big and the NCAA tournament. But that's a long way to go.
Oh, it definitely is, Martin. But you know what? Right now, as Coach Ridenauer was talking about, it's one game at a time until we get to that point. And talking about this past weekend's games, I think we've just discovered our shining lion for the week.
Yes.
Because over the week, James Roberts scores his first goal of the season, scores his second goal of the season, and scores his third goal of the season, all in a matter of 2 games. And as a result of that, Mr. James Roberts was nominated and named the RMAC Offensive Player of the Week. This comes in just today, right as the show starts. James Roberts is the RMAC Offensive Player of the Week, and for that reason, he's got to be our shining lion, Martin. He's got to be. Gotta be
our
shining lion. That's James Roberts. He comes to us from Perrysburg, Ohio. Martin, I gotta tell you, it's very fun doing the announcements for the games. That's one of the funnest ones that I announce.
Yes.
James Roberts from Perrysburg, Ohio. He's a sophomore from Perrysburg, Ohio. He played in 8 games in the 2011 season, and he's a stud. I gotta tell you, he's coming on strong. The Mountain Lions were really trying to find their niche. The beginning of the season, Mash was leading in goals. Brett Dress was leading in goals, doing a great job. But all of a sudden, James Roberts has come on strong. He's majoring here in UCCS in sports management, and he's a phenomenal student here at UCCS and really taking off on the field. So James Roberts, you're going to be our shining lion of the week. Congratulations, James, on an outstanding performance this weekend with 3 goals, and congratulations on being named the RMAC Offensive Player of the Week. Most importantly, congratulations on being the shining lion here on the Lions Den. So great job, James Roberts.
I gotta tell you, he had some tough competition.
Well, you know what? He really did.
Yeah.
Because
Kenza.
You know what, Martin? I couldn't agree with you anymore, because In my mind, we could have easily had Nikki Kinzer as the shining lion again. She is on an absolute terror. Nikki Kinzer, the senior middle blocker of the UCCS women's volleyball team. Listening Lions, this is where we transition into talking about volleyball.
See
that's
that
right.
segue? All right,
that's
baby.
so quick. But yeah, right now, Nikki Kinzer is on a terror. She's the reigning RMAC Player of the Month. She has just been named the RMAC Defensive Player of the Week yesterday. That's the second time she's earned the honor this season. She was also yesterday named to the first team RMAC All Academic Team. So not only is she outstanding on the court, but she's a phenomenal student athlete as well. So she made it to the RMAC First Team All Academic.
We've got some smart people here.
Martin, they're pretty intelligent.
Yeah. We've got some reals brats.
It's unbelievable. More on Nikki Kinzer, Martin the Hothead Hines. She just needs 20 more block assists to become number 1 all time here at UCCS. She got 20 block assists last weekend in 2 matches. So she could do that this weekend here at home.
I would love to be have an honor of something that says all time.
All time great at anything?
All time cheeseburger eater. I don't know.
All time Rust Buster.
Yeah. Like I'm thinking, all time. Well, it has to do with food. I think I might. Yeah. I wish I had that kind of distinction, but no, it was. She's
unbelievable.
Yeah,
she's a stud. And this week, Martin, she's gonna take on her younger sister, Jenna Kinzer.
Yes, I love sibling rivalries.
That's gonna be so exciting because the Mountain Lions played Fort Lewis in the Mountain Lion Invitational at the start of the season. And the Mountain Lions won 3-1, and that was a very hyped up match because it was a battle of the Kinzer sisters.
Yes,
and
I would love to have like a little extension mic out there where she spikes a kill in her sister's face, and she's like, "In your face."
Yeah, in your face, sis.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Take it.
I play volleyball once in a while with my family too, and anytime I could spike it in my sister's face, I'd do it.
Yeah, it's kind of like in Meet the Parents.
Oh, yeah.
Where Greg Fokker spikes it in the sister-in-law's face, breaks her nose.
That's right.
That's what I want to see. Not that we're advocating violence.
Not in any way,
Not necessarily.
Just highly competitive games.
That's what we'd like to see.
Yeah, but the Mountain Lions right now on the volleyball side of things, right now 13-6 overall, 8-3 in the RMAC. 8-0 at home, Martin. They're still undefeated, and this week they look to extend that record to 9-0, possibly 10-0, as they host 2 games here at home. They're gonna take on Fort Lewis, as I said, on Thursday night, and then they're gonna be back on Saturday night to take on Colorado Mesa. So that's gonna be a very interesting weekend. And again, the Mountain Lions looking towards that postseason picture. UCCS volleyball team has a chance to host a playoff game too, Martin.
Yeah, but I'll say that Mesa game is going to be important because Mesa right now is 7-3. We are 8-3 in the RMAC. So
right,
they're
so
right behind
they're
us.
on our heels. Absolutely.
So kids, if you want to see a good game, you want to come out and see that game. You want to see Kinzer, battle her sister. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons to come out and watch the women's volleyball team.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting, Martin. I got to tell you, all the sports are doing so well right now. But yeah, women's volleyball doing really well, led by senior middle blocker Nikki Kinzer, who is the RMAC everything. To be honest with you, she's winning every award really that she could possibly win, and it's really exciting to see that. So Nikki Kinzer doing a great job leading the team. You know who else is doing really well, Martin?
Who would that be?
Everybody else. But right now, who we're going to talk about is the cross-country teams, because this weekend we have a huge tournament coming up. We got a huge cross-country meet here at Monument Valley Park. It's the RMAC Championships, and this will be the first time in UCCS history that we're going to host this event. And we have the undefeated star Emilio Trujillo running in that event with a chance to solidify that undefeated streak even further, winning in the RMAC Championship. This is going to be a huge event right now, Martin. Both teams are nationally ranked. The women cross-country team is ranked number 18th nationally. The UCCS men's team is ranked 9th nationally, and they're set to have home field advantage, so to speak, here on this weekend as they host the RMAC Championships. And, we were talking about this the other day, too, Martin, about the fact that the track that they run, it's a little different than most sports, because when you play football, it's going to be the same gridiron everywhere you go. When you play a basketball game, it's going to be the same basketball court. The dynamics, the dimensions, all those things are going to be the same. But for a track meet, the track itself is going to be different every single location you go.
Yeah, so the cross-country course.
Right,
We've had experience. They ran on the same course early.
Right, for the Rust Buster. So that's what I'm saying, Martin. That's a home field advantage that you got to think is maybe a little more distinct than other sports where you're always going to have a home field advantage. But when the field of play is the same everywhere you go, how big of an advantage is it? But here, our runners know this course so well. I predict Mountain Lions are going to do really well. I mean, they're ranked in the top 20 nationally on both sides, on the men's and the women's side, and we got home field advantage, and we got an undefeated runner in Emilio Trujillo. Martin, I'm predicting a huge win here for the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, I know people.
Hey, I know people too.
Well, I'm saying they're probably thinking we're homers. We're drinking.
Well, I'm always drinking the Mountain Lion Kool-Aid.
Yeah, we're drinking.
But I'll be the first to tell you when I don't think we're going to win. I think we're going to do well.
We're drinking the yellow Kool-Aid or
black and yellow. Black and yellow.
I don't know if that's a good thing to drink.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, yellow Kool-Aid. Yeah. I mean, that's not good.
But we are confident, and the teams are backing us up on this.
Absolutely, Martin. I can't.
So we're excited about it.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more. I mean, right now that we have all the reason in the world to be optimistic about our teams because they are doing a phenomenal job, and I couldn't be happier with the position here at UCCS, working at all these games, doing the radio show. It's so much fun, Martin.
Yep.
It's absolutely fun, and the reason why is because we got teams that are ranked nationally that are going to go out, defend home course this weekend at Monument Valley Park, such as the UCCS cross-country teams, and we're going to win. Or we're going to at least put in a really good showing.
Yep.
That's my prediction.
That's my prediction. And I'm going to be out there covering some of that, so it'll be exciting.
Martin, and now you have to go because you told all the listening Lions that you're going to be there, so they expect you to be there, Martin.
I can't sleep in.
Get up. Jared said, the sports information director here at UCCS, anticipates a crowd of over 2,000 this weekend. This is going to be huge. People from all around the RMAC, runners, families, supporters, are all going to be here in Colorado Springs for this event. It's going to be huge, Martin.
Maybe I'll just go out the night before and camp out. Walk out of my tent.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get a quote?
Yeah. Why not?
I'll be grilling some, I'll have a little stove out there and some, hot kettle. Some coffee. And just kind of sipping it out there. I'm sure the police will say, hey,
can you not do that?
Homeless guy, please.
Find somewhere else to reside.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm here camping out I'm showing support for my team.
That's right.
And the police will be like, yeah, you're going downtown.
That's right.
Yeah. Move along.
They'll try. Martin, before we go, we gotta give the results really quickly. The UCCS golf team was in Amarillo, Texas last week. During the show, Grant Dean and Conrad Isley both shot for par in the final round to lead the UCCS men's team to 5th place at the conclusion of the Ryan Palmer Foundation Invitational hosted by West Texas A&M last week. So congratulations to Grant Dean and Conrad Isley for their performance there, leading the Mountain Lions to a 5th place win there. And Grant Dean, we're still trying to get him on the show, trying to coordinate that, representing the golf team. He doesn't have to go to Oregon anymore, or Amarillo, or all these fantastic places. So we're going to try to get him on the show, Martin.